Basketball fans, we welcome you from the heart of Katipunan. We're coming to you live from the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym, the home of the Blue Eagles here, where we will decide the final team who will step foot into our finals matchup here for the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. We've already had one team make their way into the finals here. That was decided earlier on in our first game, where the National University Bulldogs took home the victory 83-80 against the San Beda Red Lions. That game going down to the wire, to the final shot. And U advances, and now they await the winner of our matchup up next between the UST Growling Tigers and the De La Salle Green Archers. All that action coming here live from the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym. We welcome you to our continued coverage of the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. My name is Kobe Dio. We welcome you here. Both of these teams, talking about USD and La Salle, they've had a tough road on the way here to the semifinals, but it'll only get tougher as they try to fight for a spot in the finals. But let's take a look now at the updated brackets for our tournament here. Like we mentioned earlier, NU moving on to the finals. They'll take that first finals spot. San Beda will move into our battle for third. They'll be facing the losers of our matchup here between UST and La Salle. Now, both of these teams will try their toughest to take that final spot. But let's take a look now at how these teams fared against each other throughout the entirety of this tournament. Now, both of these teams, high-scoring teams at that, with UST putting on big numbers in terms of the scoring department, averaging about 86 points per game, and La Salle on the other end, 83.5, just a little under UST's average, but they do have the advantage in the assist department. This is a team that spreads the ball very, very well, and a team that can get up and down the floor very, very well. So that's something that the Growling Tigers will have to watch out for. Now, there's a lot of matchups that we can look out for throughout these two teams, but two players who are going to be a key matchup for us between UST and La Salle will, of course, be the battle in the paint. The two big men between Christian Porter and Mason Amos, both returning here to the Blue Eagles den. See those averages for Porter and Amos throughout this tournament. Steady production all throughout from these two big men. Amos averaging 10 points per game. A decent shooting from the field at 50% and 80% from the free throw line. Porter, of course, steady big man for UST as well, contributing all around in the points, rebounds, and shooting at a higher field goal percentage as well. So that's a matchup that we will be watching out for here between UST and La Salle as they battle things out here in our second semifinals matchup for the NSAC 2026 College Basketball Campus Tour. We're moments away here, so let's turn it over now to our stadium announcer for the starting lineups. And we take a look at the starting lineups here for the Growling Tigers. You got Alao, Lemit, Akowe, Crisostomo, and Asido. That'll be the five starting on the floor here for Coach Pido Horencio at the helm of this UST team. And then on the other end, we got Cortez, Macalalag, Miller, Diep, and Amos starting for the Green Archers. A very similar lineup for the Green Archers here. They started with in their quarterfinals matchup against FEU. So they saw that formula worked for them, and well, they'll now hope that formula works against UST. The Tigers might have the height advantage, but this is a very athletic La Salle Green Archers team. And you do not want to be the team guarding them on the fast break when you have Players like Abadam, Makalalag, and Cortez leading that fast break for LaSalle. And then over on the other end, UST has fortified their outside shooting, adding Alao, Cañete, and of course, guys like Christian Porter who can spread the floor from that 4 and 5 spot. Both of these teams, like we mentioned, battling for the final spot here in the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. UST have a wide advantage on the field goal department, shooting 47% from the field, and LaSalle shooting at 42% from the field throughout this tournament. So that's a key stat to watch out for. But this is also a LaSalle team that shoots in high percentages and high volumes. So they'll get a lot of shots up, and UST will have to recover on the defensive end as we get the opening tip here in the first quarter between Colin Zakoe and Mason Amos. They'll jump it at center court at the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym. Kick things off here in the first quarter with a possession for UST. And we start things off. The ball in the hands of Mark Lemmet. Gets it to Asido. Cross-court pass, Crisostomo. Takes it back out to Alao. Murr, top of the key, knocks it down for the first triple of the ball game. Alao draws first blood here for the Tigers, and he'll be matched up against Jacob Cortez. Makalalag with it. Guarded here by Crisostomo. JC gets it to Jacob. 1 second on the shot clock. Gets it off in time. Doesn't get the shot in, and we go back the other way here to Alao. Alao to Crisostomo. Or to Lemmet, rather, who swings to Crisostomo. And back to Lemmet. Mark drives left, loses a hand on the basketball, and that's going to be a turnover here for UST. So first basket of the game, first turnover of the game goes to the Growling Tigers. Ball back in the hands of Jacob Cortez. Diet making a start here for LaSalle. Came off the bench in their quarterfinals games, and that's why you start LeBron Diet. A threat on the pick and roll, and a great roller at the rim, finishes for 2. Alao falls to the ground. Ball inside to Okoe. Collins flips it up, can't get it in. And we take a look at that pick and roll action between Cortez and Diab. A sweet drive to the rim, wide open after setting that screen. Then on the other end, it's Colin Zakoe who will shoot the first free throws of the afternoon. Misses the first of 2. Zakoe lost a hand on the ball as he was dribbling for that free throw. Might have threw him a little bit off rhythm. Let's see if he can get the second one here. USC still up in front, 3-2. And Okoe with an empty trip, but Crisostomo keeps it alive. Gets it into the hands of Asido. Asido, top of the key, knocks it down from deep. It's 2 triples to start off the game for UST. Makalalag, double team, gets it to Cortez. John C. Miller pulls up and knocks it down. Miller gets the first triple to go for the Green Archers. It's a 1-point game. Boy, everybody playing hot potato with the basketball here. 2 bodies, 3 bodies on the floor. You take a look at this shot from Amiel Asido left wide open. He was going to take that all day. And so was John T. Miller on the other end, who knocks it down from the wing. Miller responding from that three from Asido, and it's back to a 1-point game. 65 is our score here, 7:49 still to play in this first quarter. It's the semifinals of the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. Ball in the hands of Cortez. Off the screen from Diab, gets it to Amos. Mason steps back for the jumper, rattles out, rebound to Lemit. Lemit trying to find a Koe, found Amos instead. Up ahead pass by Cortez to Miller. Miller goes behind the back. Poked away by Alaw, and LaSalle will have to reset. Cortez drives, puts it up, lays it up and in. Cortez gets his first basket of the game and takes the lead for LaSalle. Well, the Green Archers in the driver's seat for the first time this afternoon. Okoe guarded by Diab. That's a much smaller defender on Okoe. And that's what happens if you're a smaller defender on a bigger offensive player. Chances are the whistle will find you, and it definitely found Diab. We'll take a seat here as Luis Pablo checks in for the Green Archers. Makes his first appearance of the ball game. UST with the ball. Shot clock at 13. Asido up top, guarded by Miller. Will drive inside, get to his spot, and jumper falls for Amiel Asido. UST back in the lead by 1. Cortez kicks it out. Miller for 3. Cortez the offensive rebound, and Cortez draws the whistle, and he'll be shooting free throws. Well, we've seen already a much more aggressive Jacob Cortez in the first 3 to 4 minutes of this ball game. Hasn't had the best of shooting performances throughout this tournament, but he's been finding some quality looks here and gets to the free throw line, misses the first of 2. One-point game with 6:39 to play here in the first quarter. Cortez goes 0 for 2 at the line. And there was a lane violation called against LaSalle, so that'll be Growling Tigers with the basketball. The Animo squad out here to support, made their way from Taft. And Amos on the other end gets the block. Ball back in the hands of Cortez, who gets it to Amos. Mason looking. Pablo taps it out to Miller. Miller with a pull-up J. Can't get it to go for John T. Miller. Crisostomo gets the rebound here for UST. Ball in the hands of Mer Alaw. Asido pulls up, no hesitation. And that's why he's as sure as bucket as it can get. 11-7 in favor of UST. Amos with the ball, trying to respond. Mason Amos knocks it down from deep. And the lead back down to 1. And John T. Miller playing good defense there, trying to get the steal against Alaw. The ball will stay with UST. Up by 1 here. Only up by 1 after Mason Amos hit that three-pointer to respond on the other end. Kurt Cañete has checked into the ball game, loses a hand on the ball, gets it to Crisostomo. Jello inside, stops, pops, turns, rattles it home. And Crisostomo gives UST the 3-point lead. Pablo with it, gets it to Makalalag. JC spins, drives, tough shot in the lane. JC Makalalag and one opportunity. And a chance to tie it up at the free throw line. Take a look at this move here from Crisostomo. Great concentration on that turnaround J. Even more excellent concentration on the other end coming from JC Makalalag as he knocks it down off the glass. Tough shot after tough shot here. And Makalalag will be rewarded with an extra free throw. Ties it up at 13. And see Mike Cortez in attendance. Watching, of course, his son Jacob donning the green and white as he did all those years ago. It's tied at 13 with 5:21 still to play in this first quarter. Asido has it. Up to Crisostomo, hands it off here to Cañete, inside to Lemit. Backs down Cortez, Lemit the turnaround J, can't get it to fall. Asido inside and whistle blown underneath. That's going to be on John T. Miller. So that's going to be the first personal on John T. Miller. 3 team fouls for the Green Archers at the 5:02 mark. Got to be very careful here with those fouls. So Asido at the line, steps up to shoot the second. Missed the first. And trying to take the lead back to UST. Knocks it down. And the Tigers up in front by 1. 5:02 to play here in the first quarter. It's Cortez with the basketball. He's guarded by Cañete. Up ahead to Makalalag. JC will drive. JC off the glass and in. And the Archers are in front. Both of these teams just trading the lead throughout the last couple of possessions here. Cañete off the screen from Crisostomo. He'll take it himself. Kirk can't get it to fall. Cortez leads the break. Makalalag on the other end. Back-to-back buckets for JC Makalalag. He's had a great start here in this first quarter. Akoe, cross-court pass. Crisostomo the drive. Puts it up. Can't get it to go. Akoe trying to keep it alive. He does. Collins underneath. And one opportunity for the big man. Akoe trims down the lead to 1. And chance at one more at the line. JC Makalalag has the burners on here in the first quarter. He's had a great start. Akoe trying to get his burners starting as he flips it up and in on the other end. Akoe at the line, shooting his 3rd attempt this afternoon. Connects on the freebie and ties it up at 17. .408 still to play. Masal trying to get it across half court, manages to do so. Shot clock down to 14. In the corner they go. Out to Makalalag. In the corner, Amos Mason can't get it to fall. And Pablo tried to get the offensive rebound. The officials saw the push And it'll be an offensive foul called on Luis Pablo. Seven Gagate in the game here for the Green Archers. Jason Sibul has checked in for La Salle as well. There's a whistle blown, and that's why Colin Zakoa is at the free throw line. Well, this is what we were talking about earlier. The Green Archers in foul trouble, sends Zakoa back to the line. Makes the first to regain the lead for UST. One more here for Colin Zakoa. Splits the free throws. And USC trying to keep it alive. There's a lane violation called. There's Ice Danting who committed the violation there, so that'll head the other way to the Archers. We've had a lot of lane violations throughout this first quarter. Both teams getting very jittery in the first 10 minutes of play. And I guess that's the type of energy that you want to have if you're competing in the semifinals. Got a whistle blown against Kirk Cañete. That'll be the fourth team foul now on USD. Coach Pido Harencho talking it out with the officials. Maybe trying to convince the officials, but no call overturned quite there, Coach. It's back with the Green Archers. They're down by one. Abadam kicks it out. Pablo, Dudungo, Doy puts it up for three. No can do. Gagate underneath. Had the last piece of that basketball before it head out of bounds, and it'll go to UST. Up by one here with 3:26 to play in the first quarter. Koji Buenaflor has checked in. Christian Porter has checked in as well. And along with them is Charles Buxit. Buenaflor with the basketball. Gets it to Cañete. Kirk. Ball in the hands of Porter. Inside Danting. Finds Cañete, who can't handle that basketball. And another turnover by UST. That'll head the other way to La Salle. They have a 1-point cushion here. It's Abadam with the basketball. He's guarded here by Buxit. Abadam. Left wide open. Abadam can't get it to fall. Kept alive by Gagate. 7 finds Earl. Earl sees the rim, blocked by the rim. And it's back the other way to UST. Buenaflor with the basketball. He's guarded by Pablo. Koji, the bounce pass inside the Buxit, and bit late getting to that ball that time. Another turnover by UST. Already 3 turnovers in the game for the Growling Tigers. La Salle doing a great job at keeping a hand on that ball. No turnovers just yet for the Green Archers. Pablo with it. Guarded by Buenaflor, and Pablo can't quite get the and one opportunity, but he will be awarded free throws here as that foul was called on Christian Porter. So that'll be 2 free throws rewarded here to Luis Pablo. Pablo looking for his first points of the afternoon. It gets the first one at the free throw line. That'll tie things up at 18 here with 2:09 to play in the first quarter. And Luis Pablo goes 2 for 2 at the line. Retakes the lead for the Green Archers. 1 point game with 2:09 to play here in the first. Cañete with the basketball, gets it to Porter. Buenaflor looking to hand it off to Danting. Cañete has it. Inside to Porter. Porter flips it up. No. But free throws coming up for Christian Porter. And Ports will be awarded free throws here. And checking in for the Green Archers for the first time this afternoon, Mo Kulang in the game. That'll add some height to this Green Archers lineup as Porter misses the first of two. And tie it up with that free throw. A second chance here for Christian Porter at the line. Splits the freebies. And we're tied at 19. A minute 52 remains here in the first quarter. Ball in the hands of Abadam. Gets it to Dungo. Sibul gets it from Kulang. Sibul lines it up, knocks it down from deep. Jason Sibul with some production off the bench here for the Green Archers. And that three-pointer is answered right back by Charles Buksit. Kulang on the other end, left wide open, misses the gimme. And Mo Kulang can't get that basket to fall. His teammate had no problems. Check this one out from Jason Sibul. Lined it up perfectly, then on the other end, immediate answer by Charles Buksit, who lines it up as well. Tied at 22 with a minute and change remaining. Gagate, the pull-up jumper. 7 Gagate knocks it down. Retakes the lead for LaSalle. Buenaflor on the other end, wasting no time as well. Can't get the bounce. And Dungo has it for LaSalle. Ball back in the hands of Sibul. Under a minute to go in the first quarter. Gagate with the basketball. Looking to hand it off to Abadam. He's tied up here with Charles Buksit. Good job at tying up Gagate there. As possession arrow pointed to UST. So UST will have possession. They could go 2 for 1 here. Cañete with the ball. He's guarded by Kulang. Cañete on the other end. That's rejected by Kulang. Oh no, but the officials are going to call it goaltending. Oh, that was a very, very close one. The officials deemed it ball on its way down, so a goaltending there on Moses Kulang. It's LaSalle with the ball. A chance to retake the lead. We're tied at 24. Kulang with it. Gets it to Abadam. 4 seconds to shoot. Abadam, the pull-up J, gets the shooter's bounce to drop. And Abadam retakes the lead for LaSalle. Cañete to Buenaflor. Koji, can he get it off in time? No, he can't. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. It's the Green Archers up in front by 2 after the first 10 minutes of play. 26-24. We'll have the second waiting for you when we return. 26-24 is our score after the first quarter here. UST got an early lead in that first quarter. Hit some timely triples. Amiel Asido found 2 in that first quarter alone, but like we said in the pregame, this is a Green Archers team that likes to run the floor. It is a tough task when you have to be the team guarding LaSalle when they're on the fast break. The buckets came in bunches. Seven Gagate got into it. Earl Abadam taking the lead as that first quarter winded down. Had a friendly shooter's bounce in there to take the lead for LaSalle. 26-24 is our score here. DLSU being led by JC Makalalag, who has 7. And then on the other end, Amel Asido for UST leads the way for the Growling Tigers with 9. He is a perfect 3 for 3 from the field. Both teams shooting very, very efficiently from the field. JC Makalalag hasn't missed a basket just yet as well. Play continues on here in the second quarter, and we kick things off with a man who ended the first quarter with a bucket, Earl Abadam. Gives LaSalle a 4-point cushion. Asido pushes off Kulang, and Asido gets the basket to fall. Trims the lead down to 2. Abadam back with it. Sibul inside. Sibul flips it up. Can't get it to go. Kulang, the offensive board. Dungo with the basketball. He's guarded by Porter. Steps back for 3. There was a whistle called away from the basketball there. And take a look at this drive and cut inside by Earl Abadam. Being found by 7 Gagate. Then on the other end, Amiel Asido putting on some grown man moves to flip it up and in. 2-point game with LaSalle up in front. Gagate up top. Hands it off here to Sibul. 7 Gagate with a foul line jumper. Can't get it to go. It's Asido running. He's got 11 already in this ball game. Porter inside. Porter puts it up and in. Gagate was running the floor. Had a nice open lane there, but couldn't handle the rock. That's going to be a turnover for the Green Archers. So 7 Gagate will have the turnover there. And we are still tied here at 28. It's Asido with the ball. Asido in the corner. Can't knock it down for 3. And on the other end we go. Boris Malasigan has checked into the game, making his first appearance in this one. Cortez with the ball. Gagate again up top, almost losing a hand on it. Gagate gets it to Kulang. Mo has 5 seconds to shoot, and a double dribble call there on Moses Kulang. That's going to be another turnover for the Green Archers. Back-to-back turnovers for LaSalle here. Tied at 28 with 8:08 remaining. Kalum being hounded here. And there was a whistle called against EJ Golyena. So that's going to be the first foul called on Golyena. Shot clock will be at 19 for UST. Crisostomo hands it over to Calum. Jello has the smaller Cortez on him. Jello kicks it out. Akowe from top of the key. Can't get the shooter's bounce. And officials are looking, officials are pointing. That'll head the other way to the Green Archers. Well, neither team really able to take control of the ball game here. They've just been going back and forth time and time again. It's in the hands now of EJ Goliena. Goliena inside to Amos. Mason underneath. Mason drops it inside to Melencio. Melencio can't finish. And a missed gimme that time by Rael Melencio. Crisostomo to Akowe. Collins underneath. Collins draws the whistle. Foul is called. And that's going to be on Mason Amos. Amos visibly frustrated after that call there. That's going to send Collins Akowe back to the line. Akowe 2 for 5 so far here this afternoon. Make that 2 for 6. Akowe has missed a couple of those free throws now. 2 for 6 from the field, 4 points. Couple of rebounds for Collins Akowe in this game. Splits the freebies. And he'll go 3 for 7 at the line here this afternoon. It's a 1-point lead for UST. Amos putting on the moves. Big man to big man. Mason puts it up. No can do. And Akowe gets the rebound there. On the other end we go. UST turning on the Jets, and the basket falls for Charles Esteban. 31-28. And UST forces another miss. Crisostomo has it. Jello guarded by Amos. Akowe guarded by Melencio. Akowe is double teamed. And Collins can't get that one to drop. He's looking at the rim, mortified by it. Well, take a look at this drive by Charles Esteban. Strong drive to the cup there, using the glass, using the body to shield the ball. And Akowe heads right back to the line where he's shooting 3 for 7 in this game. Makes the first of 2. That'll put him up to 50% this afternoon at the line. 6 points here in the first half for Collins Akowe. Second leading scorer of UST behind Amiel Asido. And he splits the freebies. 4-point game, UST in front. Cortez the drive. Cortez almost got the circus shot in to drop, and Jacob Cortez will step back to the line here. Well, those shots have not been falling, but Cortez has been adamant at getting to the rim. There's something about this UST defense that he's been able to exploit and find those gaps in the defense. And that's a big reason why he's got into the cup time and time again. And Cortez will head back to the line where he is 0 for 2 this afternoon. He's got 4 assists, 2 rebounds, and so far 2 points at the... Make that 3 after that free throw. That trims down the lead to 3. Cortez knocks it down. 2 for 2 at the line. 4 points in the game for Jacob Cortez. 2-point game. Esteban underneath. Esteban Flips it up and in. Well, those are two tough shots by Charles Esteban here. Cortez again. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Jacob Cortez. Cortez stepping up to the officials, asking, paano? And it did look like the defender just hit the ground there. Not a lot of contact made, but nevertheless, an offensive foul called on Cortez. UST up in front by 4. Crisostomo has it. He's guarded by Jacob. Jello inside. Rebounded by Cortez. He's running here. UST has numbers. Cortez spins, lays it up. Can't get it to go. And Akoe is running on the other end. He's got Asilo trailing. And the 3-on-1 will be unsuccessful by UST. They commit the turnover. And it'll force LaSalle into a timeout here. Down by 4 in the second. (34-30) is our score here. 5:50 still to play in the second quarter. UST up in front by 4. And the past couple of possessions, the Tigers have taken control of the ball game, but still not able to extend the lead quite yet. And a big reason for that is because LaSalle still getting to their spots and still playing good defense, forcing a couple of turnovers on the Tigers here in this one. Makalalag has it. Miller, guarded by Lemit. Just checked back into the game. Lemit. Oh, Akoe denies that one. And it's Lemit who has it. Mark all the way. Misfires on the lay-in. Crisostomo underneath. Crisostomo kicks it out. Asido from deep. Can't knock it down. Lemit skying in for that offensive rebound. Akoe finds Crisostomo. Extra pass. One more pass. Here's a third one. Cañete fires. And another offensive rebound for UST. And it finally lands into the hands, and a foul is called here against LaSalle. Mark Lemit will step up to the line after numerous offensive rebounds there for UST. Great job at not giving up on that basketball. Lemit steps up to the line. Makes the first of 2. First free throws of the afternoon for Mark Lemit. extends the lead to 5 at the halfway mark of this second quarter. Lemon splits the free throws, and again, it's an offensive rebound for UST. Crisostomo off the screen. Inside to Okoe. Collins underneath. Collins flips it up. Can't get it to go. And Luis Pablo with the rebound here for LaSalle. Cortez now with it. He's guarded by Lemon. Cortez. Mid-range J, not gonna go. Ball tip up and out by Luis Pablo. And that'll head the other way to UST. Up by 5 with 4:29 to play. Crisostomo almost had that ball stripped from behind by Cortez. Cañete back with it. Cañete inside to Asido. Asido through the outstretched arms of John T. Miller gets the floater to drop. And Amiel Asido with 13 points in this ball game. Amos lines it up, can't knock it down. UST is running. Cañete back with it. Gets it to Okoe. Collins will drive. And a travel called on Collins Okoe. That's going to be the 6th turnover for UST in this ball game. They've been very fortunate that those turnovers haven't resulted in a ton of points for DLSU. Still up by 7 are the Growling Tigers. Cortez takes it in the post, guarded by the smaller Cañete. Miller crosses Lemon away, and John T. Miller steps up and makes the mid-range jumper. Down to a 5-point game when a floor pulls up from deep. It's back iron. Cortez finding Amos. Extra pass to Makalalag. JC will reset. Has the big on him. JC drives, spins, high arcing off the glass. And that'll trim the lead down to 3. JC Makalalag having himself a game here. 9 points. And is perfect from the field. And Makalalag gives up the foul on the other end. And so the Green Archers have trimmed down the lead to 3. That'll force UST into a timeout here. To 34 is our score. 2:42 remains here in the second quarter. LaSalle able to make their way back in the game. They're Still on the bench here, as Mark Levitt is already shooting his first free throw and misses the first of two. Boy, UST has left a ton of points at the line here. They're shooting 7 for 15 as a team. Talking about the Growling Tigers. And the Green Archers get their guys back on the floor as Lemmet steps up to shoot free throw number 2. And he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Lemmet gets his second point from the free throw line there. Amos to Miller. Miller will drive. Miller finds Makalalag for the JC, knocks it down. And that'll trim down the lead to 1. Lemmet with the basketball. Off the screen from Porter. Lemmet inside to Porter. Cañete fakes the pass, floats it up. Can't get the offensive rebound, and Cortez is running with Miller. Cortez is tripped and he is frustrated on that one. Felt like there was a little extra to that trip. Take a look at this 3 first from JC Makalalag, having himself a game here, and then that was the call that got Jacob Cortez infuriated. It was a foul called on Koji Buenaflor. So there is a review being made by the officials. Try to decipher and assess that last one. The headphones are on for our lead officials here. And I'll take a very close look at that one because Cortez not happy about it. Felt like it was easily an avoidable trip by Buenaflor. And the officials have a call. So that's going to be a common foul on Koji Buenaflor. 3 team fouls on the Growling Tigers here. Only up by 1. Momentum starting to shift a little bit here to the green side. Cortez, he's guarded by Lemmet. And Cortez has that one poked away, and it's off the leg of Jacob Cortez. That'll give the ball right back to UST. 38-37, under 2 minutes to play here in the second quarter, and Iceland Ting will check in for Amiel Lacido. Both coaches making some substitutions. You saw JC Makalalag check out. And Jason Cibul has checked in for the Green Archers. It's Callum who has it for UST. Lemmet, guarded by Cortez. Lemmet, the fadeaway J, no can do. Ball tipped out, and that'll stay with UST. 14 seconds on the shot clock here for the Growling Tigers. Well, they've had their lead cut down to just 1. The Green Archers starting to get in rhythm. Callum has it. He's guarded by Cibul. On the floor, the handoff here. Iceland Ting can't get the jumper to fall. And Moses Kulang tracks it down for the Green Archers. Cortez steps back for 3. Left it short. And we head back the other way with Mark Lemmet. Lemmet barreling his way underneath. Can't get the lane to go. And it's hauled in by Gagate. Miller on the other end. Miller gets the mid-range jumper to fall. And LaSalle up in front by 1 as we wind down the clock here in the first half. Lemon guarded again by Miller. High floater by Mark Lemon is no good. And trailing right there was 7 Gagate, and immediately there's going to be a technical called on Koji Buenaflor, a clear path call. Well, a very clear call by the officials there. Great defense by Kulang. Immediate outlet pass to a leaking 7 Gagate, and Buenaflor had his hands all over the jersey of Gagate there. So shoot up to shoot the technical. Can't get the bounce to fall. But it will be the Green Archers who have possession. And now the free throws for Gagate. Second free throw here. Goes 0 for 2 at the line. That'll be LaSalle with the ball. And a timeout taken here. Under a minute to play here in the second quarter. It's LaSalle up in front by 1, 39-38. They fought their way back here. Talking about the Green Archers. Got a tough time trying to take control of the game against UST. And now they're up in front by 1. UST forcing the turnover there. Buenaflor has it. Koji. Trouble in the lane. Kalum steps back. Floater drops for Ivan Kalum. And shot clock turned off here for the Green Archers. It's Cortez who has the basketball. He's guarded by Manding. 5 seconds to shoot. Cortez, foul line jumper, that drops for Jacob Cortez. And LaSalle will take the lead after the first half. 1-point game on our hands as the Green Archers take control 41-40. Be back with the second half when we return. halftime. 41-40 is our score. LaSalle up in front by 1 against UST, fighting for a spot in the finals. UST connecting on some pretty good plays on those half-court sets. LaSalle responding late in that second quarter. Took the lead, traded the lead numerous times. Saw a lot of timely plays from veterans across the floor. And this one to end that first half. Jacob Cortez from the free throw line, a patented jumper there for Cortez. You take a look at the halftime stats here. Both teams with 4 triples apiece, but UST out rebounding LaSalle in 24-18. They've each had 6 turnovers throughout this one. And if the big score doesn't tell you the whole story, those stats will. It's been a very close game all throughout that first half. And there's going to be even more close battles here in this second half as you take a look at the leading scorers for both UST and the Green Archers. Makalalag with 12, and followed by Miller and Cortez. Then 13, 6 and 4 for Humawa, Sakoe, and Esteban. That is going to be the top scorers. And we talked about these two earlier on in the pregame. 2 former Blue Eagles, Christian Porter, Mason Amos, each with 3 points apiece. Haven't attempted a lot of shots just yet, but they have been getting to their spots and finding some key passing lanes from their teammates. So we'll see if they can double down on their matchup here in the second half. Time now, though, for our choice play of the half. Brought to you by Kirk Cañete and UST. Take a look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 players on the LaSalle side. All eyes paying attention to Cañete. None of them had eyes on the man coming from the weak side, Amiel Asido. Dropping it, receiving the pass from Kirk Cañete, and gets open for an easy floater on the other end for UST. That was one of just many plays from the Growling Tigers that got them some quality looks, and they'll look to continue getting those quality looks here in the second half. But the Green Archers, like we talked about, got on the fast break and went on a run to take the lead in that first half. JC Makalalag leading the charge on the other end for the Green Archers here. Makalalag together with Cortez, they've been leading the scoring department for the Green Archers. Cortez has 6 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Makalalag leading DLSU with 12 points and is perfect from the field here as well. And I bet you JC Makalalag wants to continue that perfect shooting from the field throughout this second half, and we'll have all that action for you here for our continued coverage of the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. Moments away from the start of the third quarter here. 2 more quarters to go until one of these teams move on to our finals matchup. I'll start things off here in the third quarter with UST in possession of the basketball. And ball in the hands now of Kirk Cañete. Crisostomo gets it to Asido. Cañete with the basketball. Hands it off to Asido. Asido continues the stellar shooting here. He's got 15 points in this game. Amiel Asido, 6 for 8 from the field. Cortez with the basketball. Cortez asking for it. Cortez with the step back jumper. Jacob Cortez knocks it down. And the Green Archer is up in front by 2. Well, Jacob Cortez with a great game here for the Green Archers. 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Akoe on the other end. Collins off the glass and in. Ties it up at 44. Apadam guarded by Cañete. Gets it inside to Amos. Finds Cortez. Extra pass to Makalalag. JC drives. And gets fouled on his way to the rim. And that'll be JC Makalalag back to the free throw line. Check out this little give and go. Asido. And then on the other end, Cortez with a sweet step back jumper. And Akoe responding with a tough shot inside. Was trying to draw the foul, but instead gave up the foul on the other end. That sends JC Makalalag to the line. And JC misses from the free throw line. That's his first miss in this game. JC is perfect from the field, 5 for 5. That's his first miss at the free throw line. And he'll take the lead for LaSalle, 45 to 44. Cañete is double teamed in the backcourt. Gets it to Akoe. Collins finds Crisostomo, and Crisostomo is fouled from behind by Jacob Cortez. That's going to be the second personal foul on Jacob Cortez. First team foul for the Green Archers. Crisostomo will step up to the line. Crisostomo shooting his first free throws of the game. Crisostomo so far here, 3 points, 1 for 3 from the field, a couple of rebounds, and a couple of assists as well for UST. Goes 2 for 2 at the line, takes the lead for the Growling Tigers. Abadam with the basketball. Drives inside, Cortez gets to his spot, mid-range J, no good for Jacob Cortez. It's heralded in by Amiel Asido, who finds Cañete. Cañete to Crisostomo. Jello gets inside. Fadeaway J. And Crisostomo gets it to fall. The LaSalle bench was asking for a travel. It's Makalalag back with it. Abadam. Jumper too strong. Makalalag the offensive board. JC can't finish. On the back up we go with Collins Akoe. He's running it down. Asido gets inside, flips it up, no can do. And Asido trying to play defense against Cortez. But Asido gives up the foul. This is that last play by Jello Crisostomo. That was a play that the LaSalle bench was adamant was a travel. Officials did not call it. UST up in front by 3. It's LaSalle with the ball. Cortez will inbound. Oh, what a find. Underneath to LeBron Diep. And Diep cuts down the lead to 1. Cortez gets another assist. Crisostomo with the ball. Lobs it up top to Akoe. Collins with a reverse. Akoe with a soft touch. And lays it in. Quickly up ahead the other end. That's going to be a turnover for the Green Archers. Cortez had a great find there to LeBron Diep. And then on the other end, Okoye with a strong move, but a soft touch at the rim. That's what you want to see from your big man. And there's going to be another foul call. That's going to be on Jacob Cortez, his third. Second team foul on DLSU. And here was a look at that last play. That's the foul assessed to Jacob Cortez. That's going to give him 3 fouls. Okoye underneath. Can't finish. Sibul. Up ahead to Abadam. Amos. Top of the key. Can't knock it down. And Okoye barrels into his own teammate. That's going to be out of bounds with LaSalle taking possession. Crisostomo and Okoye having a little bit of a laugh after it. Shot clock will be at 14 for the Green Archers. Sibul the inbound. Gets it to Amos. Sibul in the corner. Abadam for 3. Abadam knocks it down. And we are tied at 50. Crisostomo with the ball for UST. Inside to Okoye. Okoye quickly attracting 2 defenders. Not a problem for Collins Okoye. 52-50 is our score. Makalalag with it. Gets it to Sibul. Jason Sibul in the corner. Step back jumper is good. And ties it back up at 52. Cañete quickly up ahead for UST. They're trying to push every time that they can. Okoye guarded by Diep. Finds Crisostomo. He'll fire for deep and knock it down. Chelo Crisostomo gives UST the 3-point cushion as we approach the halfway mark here of the third quarter. Sibul. Foul called against Chelo Crisostomo. Well, we got a couple of highlights here for you. First one, Okoye barreling his way underneath against the much smaller defender. Jason Sibul creating space, hitting it from the corner. And then this one from way down deep. Chelo Crisostomo knocking it down in the face of the defense. A little celebration as he gives UST the 3-point lead. 55-52 is our score. Under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Sibul gets an open lane to the basket, lays it up and in. Boy, Jason Sibul having a great game for the Green Archers off the bench. Some valuable minutes for the young guard. Sibul is up to 5 when Aflor loses a hand on the basketball. Might have been a strip, might have been a block. Amos drops it inside to Abadam. Earl can't get the jumper to go. Rebounded by Lemit. UST again pushing. Crisostomo hands it off to Esteban. Esteban gets his way inside. Can't flip it up and in. And on the other end we go. Sibul will reset. He'll fire from deep. Can't get the shooter's bounce. That was a little heat check. And Amos cleans it up nicely on the other end and gives the Green Archers a 1-point lead. 56-55 is our score. 3:40 remains here in the third quarter. Nemit to Crisostomo. Chelo lines it up and knocks it down. UST back up in front by 2. Pablo has it. Gets it over to Makalalag. JC the drive, tried to drop it in to Amos. And knocked out of bounds. It'll head the other way to UST. Up by 2 with 3:11 to play here in the third quarter. The Growling Tigers responding nicely to the run of the Green Archers. They've kept the lead and stayed in front. Asal doing a good job at keeping things interesting here between UST. Esteban on the other end. Esteban can finish. Might have gotten blocked there. Esteban is hobbling on the other end. That's uneven numbers for UST. Miller has it. Stolen away by Lemit. Lemit all the way. Lays it up and in. And Mark Lemit extends the lead for UST. Play is not being stopped here. And finally, Lemit commits the foul to stop the play. His coaches were asking for him to stop it. And check out that replay from Mark Lemit. Lays it up nicely on the other end, but very quickly his coaches were asking to give up the foul to get Charles Esteban on the bench there. Esteban holding on to that left leg area. We'll see if he can make a return on the court as UST gives up the foul. Dumo with a tough drive to the hoop there. Drew contact, drew the whistle. He'll step up to the line here and try to trim down the lead to just 2. Dumo looking for his first points of the game. Sinks the first of 2 free throws. That'll cut down the lead to 3 with 2:29 to play still here in the third quarter. One for 2 for Dumo, but he recovers his own miss. Gets another opportunity here for the Green Archers. Dumo guarded by Lemit. Miller has it. Miller to Dumo. Doi steps back for 3. Can't call bank. And Porter collects it. Up ahead to Lemit. Lemit with a fake. Can't finish. It's tipped in by Koji Buenaflor. Great recognition there from Buenaflor to follow up the miss. And UST up in front by 5. Miller can't get the jumper to go. And a whistle blown against LaSalle. Well, Porter had eyes up in front. Then Lemit with a little hesitation. Great fake. Even better tip-in by his teammate, Koji Buenaflor. And that'll be UST up in front by 5. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. It's Lemit with the basketball. He's guarded here by Jason Sibul. Lemit in the lane. Floater drops for Mark Lemit. And the lead will go up to 7 as UST taking control here in the third. 64-57 is our score. A minute 37 remains here in the third quarter. And like they did in that first quarter, UST taking control as this third quarter is about to end. They've been on a good run here. And the Green Archers just have had no answers here in the third. A lot of that has to do with Jacob Cortez sitting out a chunk of this quarter. He's in foul trouble with 3 fouls, waiting for his time to return. Jason Sibul has stepped up in that point guard position for DLSU. It's Miller with the basketball. He's guarded by Lemit. Lemit gets the strip. Fast break opportunity. Lemit takes full advantage. And UST with their largest lead of the game. They're up by 9. A minute remains here in the third quarter. Dungo has it. Kulang loses a hand on the basketball. Lemit again running the break. Lemit goes all the way, and Lemit will shoot free throws here as he hits the deck. Boy, Mark Lemit, defense turning into instant offense. Gets a wide open look, a wide open lane to the basket. And just a couple possessions after, Mark Lemit will head right back here to the free throw line. Well, Lemit has had a slow start to this game. He's already up to 8 points here in this one. He stayed aggressive, kept shooting his shots, and now he's given UST a double-digit lead at that free throw line. Under a minute to go here in the third quarter. Lemit with a chance to give UST an 11-point lead as we wind down the clock here. 1 for 2 for Mark Lemit. And we got a whistle call. That's going to be a foul call. And so Lemit gives those free throws right back to LaSalle. Sending Jason Sibul to the line. This is the first of 2. Can't trim down this lead quite yet. .7 reads the clock. Green Archers down by double digits. The first time they're down by double digits here in this ball game. That'll change quickly with that free throw. Score is 67-58. Manding finds Buenaflor. Koji lines it up. Can't get it to fall. And Amos has to kick it up ahead quickly to Dungo. Dungo back to Amos. And now Sibul will reset. Sibul inside to Pablo. He's guarded by Buenaflor. Pablo underneath. That's stolen away by Carl Manding. Great defense being played yet again by the Growling Tigers. It's Lemit with the ball. 5 seconds to shoot. Lemit, the pull-up J bounces out. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. Well, it's not their largest lead of the game, but it is a large lead for UST as we end this third quarter, 67-58. Fourth and final quarter, back after this. 67-58 is their score after 3 quarters of play. The Green Archers did a great job at keeping things close throughout those first 3 quarters, but those last dying minutes of the third quarter, UST was able to turn on the Jets, put up a double-digit lead at one point. And a lot of it has to do with this man right here, Mark Lemmet. Getting on the break, playing defense to get on the break, and scoring some easy baskets for the Growling Tigers. His own run has been a big reason why UST was able to get on this spurt here and take control of the game, but still a lot of time if you're LaSalle. In that quarterfinals game against FEU, the Green Archers were trailing at 1 point as well. And they were able to mount a comeback and take home the victory in the end. So it's not over until those clocks read, until that clock reads double zeros. It's the fourth quarter here at the Blue Eagle Gym, the home of the Ateneo Blue Eagles, for our second semifinals match of the NSAC 2026 College Basketball Campus Tour. Kobe Dio here on the panel. Mason Amos gets things going for the Green Archers as he gets the shooters bounce to drop, 61-67. And a travel being called there against Kurt Cañete. First year man for the Growling Tigers. Getting a lot of minutes on this UST team. It's Cebu with the basketball. Ball finds its way to Marasigan. Haven't seen a lot of him this game. And Luis Pablo draws the foul against Colin Zakoe. That'll be the third team foul, a third personal foul rather, on Colin Zakoe. First team foul on UST. That's going to send Luis Pablo to the free throw line. Quiet game here in this one for Luis Pablo. That's only his third point of the evening. But that'll bring LaSalle closer here. Cuts down the lead to 5 and cuts it down to 4. Jello Crisostomo checking back into the game. Koji Buenaflor will take a seat. And for UST, it's Asido, Cañete, Crisostomo, Esteban, and Akoe on the floor. Asido has it. Akoe inside, draws the foul. And the LaSalle bench not happy about that call. Jason Cibul will get called for that. And that's going to send Colin Zakoe back to the free throw line. Okoe will step up to the line, shooting his 10th and 11th free throws of the evening. Fouls on Jason Cibul. He's picked up 4 fouls already. Got to be careful here not to pick up that 5th foul. He's played 13 minutes. Has 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists as Okoe misses that second, but it's kept alive by UST. Stolen from behind by John T. Miller against Amiel Asido. Miller with the basketball. Gets it to Marasigan. Boris the drive, open lane to the basket, and he brings it to within 3. While Marasigan, his offensive presence has been greatly missed. And And so has Jello Chrysostomos for UST as he lines up another triple. Oh, and things getting heated here between Esteban and Pablo. Both coaches on both sides, officials on every side, and even the players on the bench doing their best to cool things down and separate the two players. I believe it was Pablo and Esteban who got tangled up there. Lemon is still trying to explain something to his coaches. And no doubt our officials will take a gander at that one to assess the call. I see right there, it was Pablo, Miller, and Esteban who got tangled up. And very, very quickly, the coaching staff had to step in. Well, it seemed like Pablo was just trying to separate Esteban and Miller. Shanti and Charles were the two players who initially got into it. And Luis Pablo stepped in to separate the two. Might have exchanged some words between them. And so our officials will head to the replay monitor here to assess that call. Great job by both the players and coaching staff on both teams to settle it down here. Well, if you're just joining us, things have gotten a little bit heated here between the Green Archers and the Growling Tigers. There was an entanglement between John T. Miller of DLSU and Charles Esteban of UST. That's why our officials are at the replay monitor right now to assess the call, make the necessary and proper sanctions for the two players involved. We'll wait and see what the official call will be. The headphones are already off, so they are already assessing that one. Well, it's a close game that we have in our hands. A 6-point game with 8:27 to play. A chance at the finals on the line. Things are always bound to get heated here. But luckily, both the players and coaching staff on both sides of the court were able to settle things and calm things down very nicely. And now we are just waiting for the officials to make the proper call here and get ready to head back in the ball game with 8:27 to play. The winner of this game moves on to face National University in the finals. The loser will face the San Beda Red Lions for the battle for third. A chance to still be on the podium. The officials are taking their time here to make that call. It was a very heated play and a heated exchange. Numerous players got into it. Coaches were also on the floor, so my guess is the officials are looking more than just the two players that got tangled up. They're looking at the players that got involved as well, even if it wasn't direct contact. And they're looking at the players that shouldn't have been on the floor that did go on the floor immediately. And that's why we're taking quite some time here to get back into the action. But with 8:27 to play, that is still a whole lot of basketball to play for. So we hope you continue to join us here for our coverage of the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. It seems like a call is ready to be made. The officials have made their call. We'll listen in. And
Upon review, there was a technical foul on the Growling Tigers head coach, Tito Horatio. Double technical foul on number 23, Charles Esteban, and on number 9, Luis Pablo. Give this notification on number 2, Boris Monesian for contact. Boris Monesian out of the playbook.
okay, so a couple of calls already being made. First, a technical on UST head coach Pido Harencio. We've had two technicals.
Number 2, Ivan Powell. And number 14, Mark Garrett, coming from the bench out of the playbook.
All right, so a couple calls have been made here. First, a technical foul on USC head coach Pido Harencio. Two technicals on Charles Esteban, Luis Pablo, the two players who were involved in that one. That was a correction on my end. It looked like from the replay it was John T. Miller who got into it, but technical foul has been called on Luis Pablo. Then there's a unsportsmanlike 2 that was called against Boris Marasigan, and unfortunately for Boris, his limited time on the court is going to be, well, even more limited now as he has to step out of the court. And then there were a couple of technicals being assessed on several USD players who stepped on the court. You see right there, they're going to be heading out and off onto the bench, off to the locker rooms rather. It's been a Flor, Kalum, and Mark Lemit, who are not supposed to be on the court, but did get into it. And like we mentioned, that was a big reason why the officials took so much time to take a review at that call. So we've had 3 players on UST step out of the court here. There is a total of 10 players now on the floor or on the court rather, for UST. That includes both the guys in active play and 5 on the bench. We continue play officially here with us all down by 6. And UST gets a stop there. Jacob Cortez back in the game for the Green Archers. Akoe underneath. Akoe flips it up and in. And Akoe will extend the lead to 8. Cortez finding Amos. Extra pass to Makalala. JC can fire, but he recovers his own miss in the corner. Amos can't knock it down. It bounces out. And out of bounds called against the Green Archers. Down by 7 here in the 4th quarter. Cañete with the ball. He finds Crisostomo. Jello lines it up. Misses everything on that one. And out of bounds it goes. It'll head back to the Green Archers here. 7:30 to play in this 4th quarter. Amos has it. Gets it to Cortez. Jacob to Abadam. Ball tipped out. And a kick ball called against Earl Abadam. That'll reset the shot clock to 14. Cortez with it. Finds Abadam. Earl puts it up. Knocks it down. And Abadam will trim down the lead to 4. And a turnover there by the Growling Tigers as Cortez forces the mishandle by Carl Manding, and we head back the other way with the Green Archers. That entire sequence earlier on has fired up the Green Archers, and they're only down by 4. It's still about 7 minutes to play here in this 4th quarter. Cortez fakes, passes it inside. Amos floats it up and in. And we have a 2-point game with 6:41 to play. That'll force UST into a timeout. Two-point game on our hands. Earl Abadam and the Green Archers fighting their way back in this game as they did in the quarterfinals. They're putting up a good run here in the semis to make it a 2-point game with still 6:41 to play here in the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym. Got a close one on our hands as these two teams are battling out for a shot in our finals of the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. The winner will move on and face the NU Bulldogs. And we will decide who moves on here in the next 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Ball in the hands of Okoe. Cross-court pass to Asido. Asido knocks it down. It's back up to a 5-point lead for UST. Cortez with the ball, guarded closely by Cañete. Pablo, the handoff to Makalalag. JC, he's been the go-to guy for the Green Archers. Misses the lay-in that time. Cañete has it. Cañete off the screen from Okoe. Kirk finds Crisostomo. Fakes, sets, fires. Can't grab it in. Asido comes up with it. Asido with back-to-back buckets for UST. Ball in the hands of Jacob Cortez. La Salle is down by 7. Cortez inside. Cortez lays it in. Plus the foul, an and one opportunity for Jacob Cortez. Well, check out this cross-court pass by Colin Zakoe to find the open Amiel Asido. Then Jello Crisostomo with the miss. Ball lands in the hands of Asido, who cleans it up nicely off of his teammate's own miss. But then the other end, Jacob Cortez gets an and one opportunity, cuts the lead down to 5. One more coming up at the line. Cortez completes the and one play and trims down the lead to 4. Muralo is back in the game. Okoe inside. Okoe draws the foul on Makalalag. And Colin Zakoe will... no free throws just yet for Okoe. There is going to be a foul though on JC Makalalag. That's going to put him at 2 personal fouls. Shot clock at 14 for UST. Alao uses the screen from Asido. Okoe backs down Amos. Okoe inside. Okoe draws contact. And Luis Pablo a bit shaken up as he was trying to guard that shot from Colin Zakoe. Okoe will step up to the line. He'll be shooting his 12th and 13th free throws of the evening. First basket is good for Colin Zakoe. That's going to put him up to 16 points. Has 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Has a block to his name. And he's given UST a 5-point cushion. Okoe's second trip at the line. Goes 1 for 2. Crisostomo trying to keep it alive, but that'll quickly head the other end to the Green Archers. Doidungo checks back into the ball game. Luis Pablo will take a seat. Halfway point of this 4th quarter. The Growling Tigers are up by 5. Cortez finds Makalalag. Ball stolen away by Asido. 1-on-1 against Amos. Asido wins the battle. And Asido with another bucket for UST as Abadam manages to get the ball right back here. Amos, big triple for the Green Archers. Well, Mason and LaSalle really needed that triple there. That'll stop the run for UST. Take a look at this drive off the telegraph play by Amiel Asido, and then quickly responding was Mason Amos. Lines it up in the face of Colin Zakoe. And on the other end, Mielecido shooting a couple of free throws. The Green Archers over the foul limit. First of two is no good for Asido. He's got 22 points here tonight. Goes 1 for 2 at the line. That'll put him up to 23. He's shooting 3 for 5 from the three-point line. Dungo has it. Mason gets it to Abadam. Earl has that ball poked away. And it'll be the Green Archers who keep possession. Shot clock down to 11 for LaSalle. Dungo will drive. Dungo gets an open lane to the basket and lays it up and in. 3-point game. Alaw manages to just get it across half court. Drop pass inside by Akoe, and that's going to be a travel call against UST. LaSalle with a chance here. A chance to tie. Dungo knocks it down. Plus the foul, and one opportunity for Doi Dungo. What a shot here. Drops his defender, gets sets, fires, draws contact, and knocks it down with excellent concentration. Doi Dungo. Breathing new life into the Green Archers here. Ties it up at 82 and a chance to take the lead. Dungo connects. And Doi Dungo now with 7 points in the game. Manding on the other end. Kicks it out to Asido. Asido back with it. Crisostomo the drive. Hands it off to Cañete. He'll knock it down in the corner. And a big answer for UST. 85 to 83. It's a 2-point game. Cortez fakes the pass, kicks it out. And couldn't be handled by Earl Labadam. That's a turnover for DLSU. Check out this one. Cañete wasting no time to respond to that big play from LaSalle. Akoe will drive inside. Akoe. Good defense being played that time by Mason Amos. Not giving up the foul. It'll be UST who keep possession. 12 seconds on the shot clock for the Growling Tigers. Cañete finds Akoe. Akoe works his way inside, loses the ball, and that's a turnover for UST. 85 to 83 is the score. 3 minutes left to play here in this fourth quarter. Cortez with the ball. He's guarded by Cañete. Ball right back to Cortez. Jacob spins, gets into the lane, stops, pops, puts it in! And we are tied at 85. 2:40 to play. Asido had a hand on him, and that's going to be a whistle blown here. Oh, that foul is going to go on JC Makalalag. That's 2 free throws coming up for UST. Well, check out this move by Jacob Cortez. Waiting, putting it up, then putting it in for the Green Archers. And this one. The handoff from Amos. There's another really good drive to the hoop there from Jacob Cortez. .232 to play here in this fourth quarter. Asido missed the first of 2 free throws. Goes 0 for 2 at the line, kept alive by Crisostomo, and manages to kick it off of the body of Earl Abadam there. USD will keep possession. 13 seconds on the shot clock for them. Cañete gets it to Crisostomo. Inside to Asido. Amiel lays it up and in. And the lead is back with USD. 87 to 85. Cortez finds Dungo. Dungo from deep. Can't knock it down. It's rebounded. Abadam has it. Abadam from deep. Hits back iron and it's rebounded by Asido. Last 2 minutes of play here. Nakalalag with the ball. Or excuse me, that was Kurt Cañete who had the ball. And stepping out of bounds there was Jello Crisostomo. .87 to 85 is their score. A minute 45 remains here in this one. Cortez to Abadam, back to Dungo. Amos. Dungo to Cortez. Abadam in the corner. Gets it back to Cortez. He'll fire from deep and knock it down. 88 to 87. UST with the ball. Asido has it. Asido from deep. Can't knock it in. And a foul called against Earl Abadam. A huge call there for UST as Akoe steps up to the line. Take a look at this one. Calm, cool, and collected. Cortez from deep gives LaSalle the 1-point lead. But for how long with Collins Akoe at the line now, shooting 2 more free throws. Akoe is shooting 6 for 13 from the line here tonight. He has split his last 4 attempts at the line. And now 2 more free throws coming up for Collins Akoe, who has 16 points and 7 rebounds here in this game. First one is good for Akoe. That'll tie it up at 88. And second free throw for Akoe coming up. A chance to put UST back in the driver's seat with 1 minute and 9 remaining here in this fourth quarter. One for 2 for Akoe. And it's the Green Archers with the basketball. Tied at 88. A minute to go here in the fourth. Abadam finds Amos. Back to Cortez. Under a minute to play here. Shot clock at 8. Cortez with 5 seconds. Makalalag from deep. JC knocks it down. Three-point game with under a minute to go here in the fourth. Well, he's been the go-to guy all throughout here for the Green Archers. And in the clutch, when they needed him the most, he knocks down a big triple. JC Makalalag puts DLSU back up in the driver's seat. I see Mike Cortez getting on his feet as the Green Archers are 41 seconds away from making it into the NSAC finals. But 41 seconds is a lot of time if you're UST. That's almost 2 possessions worth of time for the Growling Tigers. Well, this time around, they will take it at half court and have 14 seconds to work with. Asido, the inbounder. He's guarded by Cortez. Gets it to Alaw. Cañete inside to Asido. Asido lays it up and in, plus the foul. And one opportunity here for Amiel Asido as he tries to tie it up at 91. What a play there being drawn up by UST. And it all ended in the hands of their go-to guy here. Coach Topex Robinson watching on closely here in this matchup, not coaching here in this game, but keeping a very close eye. Talking about Amiel Asido, he's got 25 points in the ball game. He's been spot on from the tip-off. He's at the line to try and tie it up. Asido knocks it down, and we're tied at 91. The Green Archers will have the basketball. 37 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two teams here in the fourth quarter. 37 seconds remain. The Green Archers will have control of the basketball. They will opt to take it from the other end of the court. That'll give them the full 24 seconds. And even more time to shave off of this game clock. But that's also going to give UST time to set their defense. It's Cortez, the inbounder. On the floor for the Green Archers is Cortez, Amos, Abadam, Makalalag, and Dungo. A lot of shooters on the floor for the guys in green. Dungo waving off Abadam. Dungo sizing up his defender. spins, puts it up, lays it up and in. Boy, what a shot from the guard here from the Green Archers. They're back up in front by 2. 15 seconds remain here in the fourth. .3 on the game clock here for our second semifinals matchup. 14 seconds on the shot clock for the Growling Tigers. On the floor for them, Alaw, Asido, Akoe, Cañete. Then it's Crisostomo over there on the weak side. Akoe with it. Guarded by Amos. Akoe the drive. He is fouled. And 2 free throws coming up for Collins Akoe, but Mason Amos on the floor here for the Green Archers. Really shaken up after trying to guard Akoe there.
Number 21, Mason Amos. Yes, it's fourth. We will have a review on the last foul. All players, please proceed.
Amos able to get back up on his own feet. That's going to be his 4th personal foul. There was a look at that last play here. Right there. Amos got hit right on the face as Akoe was landing on that drive. And there's going to be a official review being taken here by our officials. The headset is back on. Had a couple of times now throughout this game where the officials had to take a close look at it, and very quickly that headset is off, and we have a call. So it is going to be a foul on Amos. No other call being made there. And that is going to send Collins Akoe back to the free throw line. Akoe is shooting 6 for 13 from the stripe. He's got 16 points to go along with his 7 rebounds. But those free throws have really hurt him and UST in this one. Akoe misses the first free throw, but there is a lane violation there. And that's gonna reset things here for Colin Zakoe. Still, it's 2 free throws for the big man. Rolls in the first. That'll make it a 1-point ball game. Big free throw here for Colin Zakoe. Two for two at the line, and he ties it up at 93. Big shot there for the big man from España. 9.7 on the clock. Tied ball game. La Salle with possession after the break. It'll be the Green Archers who have the basketball here. They'll have 9.7 seconds to work with. A chance to win it at the buzzer, or a chance to go into some extra playing time here at the Blue Eagle Gym. Colin Zakoe earlier on hit 2 big free throws to tie it back up at 93. That has left La Salle with 9.7 seconds on the game clock. And they'll have a chance here to win it right at the horn. It's Cortez, Abadam, Makalalag, Amos, and Dungo on the floor for the guys in green. Cortez, the inbounder. Finds Amos. Hands it back to Cortez. 5 seconds to shoot. 1-on-1 against Cañete. Cortez for the win. No can do. Crisostomo the rebound. And time expires, and we're heading into overtime. Extra minutes of basketball here in our semifinals matchup between the Green Archers and the Growling Tigers. We'll have that waiting for you when we return. Well, a couple more minutes of basketball still to be played here. These two teams couldn't do it in 4 quarters, so we'll have an extra half of play right here waiting for you. They've put on highlight after highlights. And Jacob Cortez and the Green Archers had a chance to win it at the horn at the end of that fourth quarter. But it was just a tad bit short. And that has led us into our overtime period here between UST and DLSU. Extra 5 minutes of play here in this one. Asido knocks it down from deep. Starting things off on a high note here in overtime. And Asido takes a 3-point lead for UST. Abadam with it. Earl hands it off to Pablo. Pablo is fouled and he'll shoot 2 free throws. Luis Pablo will be sent back to the line. Take a look at this shot from Amiel Asido. All day, all night for him. Knocking it down from the corner pocket. And then on the other end, the Green Archers will have 2 free throws waiting for them, courtesy of Luis Pablo, who misses the first of 2. Again, we've mentioned it earlier, but a quiet game for Luis Pablo here. Only 4 points. He misses his first free throw of the night. Goes 0 for 2 on that trip, but LaSalle keeps it alive. Pablo finds Cortez. He'll fire from deep. No can do on that shot in the corner. And UST back with it. Alao gets freed up. Alao pulls up and knocks it down. It's back-to-back triples for the Growling Tigers. And they have a 6-point lead with 4 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Amos from down deep knocks it down again. Responding from that triple by Mur Alao, Amos cuts the lead down to just 3. The Green Archers need a stop here. Pass on the inside to Okoye was tipped out. Take a look at this shot. Nobody to guard Mur Alao as he just pulls up and drains it down from deep. And then Amos, time and time again, when LaSalle needed a 3-pointer, he has delivered. Mason now up to 14. Okoye loses a hand on the ball. It's recovered here. Alao will the pull up. Alao knocks it down. Alao with 5 points in this overtime period. And he forces the turnover. Gets it to Crisostomo. 1-on-1 against Sibul. And Crisostomo gets fouled. And Jason Sibul will give up the whistle that time. 101-96 is our score. With 3:15 to play here in this overtime period. Chelo Crisostomo to the line now for UST. He's got 15 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. He's flirting with a triple-double here in this game. Crisostomo misses the first of 2. And he goes 0 for 2 at the line. A sigh of relief for the Green Archers faithful in attendance here at the Blue Eagle Gym. Ball in the hands of Cortez. He is fouled. And Cortez gets fouled on that trip. Let's take a look at this shot by Mur Alao. Taking it and hitting it nicely there with the applause from his coaches. And Alao saying, "Thanks a lot, coach." Cortez at the free throw line for the Green Archers, makes the first of two. Trims the lead down to 4 with 3:05 remaining. Second free throw for Jacob Cortez here. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. He's up to 19 to go along with his 10 assists. A double-double for Jacob Cortez as he brings the Green Archers to within 3. Alao with the basketball. He's guarded here by Jason Sibul. Alao flips it up, can't get it to go. Akowe underneath. Shot no good. Second try for Akowe is good. And the lead back up to 5. Cortez kicks it out. Makalala can't get the three-pointer. Sibul tracks down the rebound. Sibul lines it up. Can't knock it in. And UST with a chance here to extend this lead even further. Cañete has it. Gets it to Asido. To Crisostomo. Jello inside to Akowe. Collins with a strong move underneath. And the lead is up to 7. Under 2 minutes to play here in overtime. Cortez all the way, flips it up, no, but a whistle is called. And Jacob Cortez will be sent back to the free throw line, where he is shooting 5 for 7 so far tonight. Cortez shooting his 8th and 9th free throws of the evening, has 19 points, 10 assists, couple of rebounds. And Doidungo has checked back in for Jason Sibul. Cortez back at the line, shooting 2. Makes the first. Trims it back down to 6. One for 2 for Jacob Cortez, and it's Asido who tracks down the rebound. UST on the break. Crisostomo with the finish. 8-point game with under 2 minutes to play. Cortez the drive, kicks it out. Abadam can't handle the pass, and another turnover by the Green Archers sends the ball back into the hands of the Growling Tigers. 107 to 99. The UST Growling Tigers are 1 minute and 30 away from the finals. Cañete. Inside to Akowe, nobody able to guard him, manages to save it. Not quite, as the officials ruled it out of bounds. So Pablo stepping on the line, and that'll be UST with the ball. Now shot clock did not reset. "12 seconds on the shot clock here. Cañete with the ball, out to Crisostomo. Jello pulls up from deep, knocks it down. Crisostomo pushes it back up to an 11-point lead with 1 minute and 14 remaining here in overtime. UST, courtesy of Jello Crisostomo, with a couple of timely baskets on the fast break. Then from way down deep to make it an 11-point lead for the Growling Tigers. And Coach Pino Arencio already with a big smile on his face. It's not uncommon to see a smile on Coach Pino, but with a minute and 14 remaining and an 11-point lead for his squad, well, that smile is cheek to cheek for him. UST might just have put out the dagger here against the Green Archers. Cortez the inbound. Gets the screen from Amos. Amos from way down deep knocks it down. Back down to an 8-point game. And now LaSalle doing their best to get the ball back on their end as quickly as possible, fouling Colin Zakoe on that trip. And that was a good quick foul by Luis Pablo. Unfortunately for him, that's going to be his 5th foul. So he'll head back to the bench here as Colin Zakoe steps back to the free throw line. Shooting 8 for 15 from the line here as Colin Zakoe, as he makes the first of 2. Zakoe able to get that free throw percentage up to 50% here tonight. And he bounces home that second one to make it a 10-point game with a minute and change remaining here. And UST already celebrating. Dungo with a spin. Dungo can't lay it up. And that just might be it for the Green Archers run in the NSAC 2026 tournament. Crisostomo in the corner. No can do. The offensive rebound. Drops it inside to Asido. 8 seconds to shoot. Asido lays it up and in. And UST just about 30 seconds away from moving on to the finals. Amos can't hit it from down deep. It'll be Ala who tracks it down. LaSalle will give up the foul. And we'll send Mer Ala to the free throw line. Well, the Growling Tigers did a great job there down the stretch in this game, unfazed by the heroics of the Green Archers. Heroics that will unfortunately fall short here in the semifinals. And they'll move on to face the San Beda Red Lions in the battle for 3rd of our NSAC tournament. UST, meanwhile, they are 25 seconds away from securing their spot in the finals. Cortez up ahead to Dungo. Dungo lays it in. And some last-second substitutions here for UST as Jello Crisostomo, along with his running mate, Amiel Asido, gets a much-deserved walk-off and applause on the way to the bench there. Those two single-handedly putting UST on their back in this game, leading them all the way to a big win here against the defending UAAP champions. LaSalle will go on to face the champions of the NCAA in the battle for 3rd. That's going to be an exciting matchup for sure, especially if Mason Amos can keep on shooting like he has in this one. Boy, LaSalle still not giving up here. Really forcing that ball out of UST's hands. 8.8 on the clock. Danting looking for options, gets it across to Alo. Alo won't get the whistle. Officials will let it play out, and the clock will expire, and that'll do it. The UST Growling Tigers move on to the finals of the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. They did it on the back of our rebounder of the game, Jello Crisostomo, grabbing 12 big ones against the defending UAAP champions. A double-double for Jello Crisostomo, almost flirted with a triple-double with his 8 assists, but our best player of the game goes none other than to Amiel Asido, 33 points to go along with 6 rebounds and shooting, and an extremely efficient 13 for 17 from the field. Asido had himself a game, shooting 76% from the field as UST takes home the victory, 115 to 107. They move on to our finals of the NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. LaSalle, meanwhile, they'll move on to our battle for third against the San Beda Red Lions. Here's a look at the updated tournament bracket. It'll be NU and UST in the finals. Then our battle for third will be San Beda against DLSU. All that action happening tomorrow at the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym right here. Be back for all of the action. Here's our schedule for Sunday hoops action. 2 p.m. Will be our battle for third. Then at 4:30 p.m. our headliner matchup between NU and UST. All that at the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym. Well, that'll do it for us here. We thank you for joining us for our continued coverage of the 2026 NSAC College Basketball Campus Tour. This has been Kobe Dio. Tune in tomorrow for the finals of our tournament.